Well, first of all, I'm going to start by saying I have had 4 children. So I understand what they're going through. My children now are grown, but having had the children, I've understood all the cycles that come through, whether they're infants, whether they go through middle school, high school, and college. I understand what's going through the minds of the parents, so I can relate to what they're going through and the decisions that they have to make. The issue that we have is that I want to be able to talk to them about their concerns, the client's concerns, because what my concerns are not necessarily what I had is not necessarily what the clients had in the past. So if we can get to the level where they're expressing what problems, what concerns they have, whether they have perhaps a special needs child, maybe they have other developmental issues that they wish to protect with regard to their children. Maybe the children aren't old enough to even know that, right? Every baby that's born, every parent thinks that child's going to go to Harvard. And then as time develops, we find that maybe that child is not going to Harvard and we need to be able to make some changes, right? So that's part of the whole evolution, and I've been through that. So what we want to do is we want to be able to meet, work through the situation, right? Talk with you in terms that you can understand, not in the legal terms that lawyers tend to use, and be able to lay out a plan of action to be able to create the estate plan. And we're going to do that with a combination of techniques. We want you to come in and visit with us. That's the best way for us to communicate. We're going to communicate via email. We're going to give you action plans. We're going to pick up the phone and call you and continue to work through the issues. And we'll bring you back as many times as possible to fix any issues that you have or any problems that you have, any concerns that you might have, so we can end up with a plan that will work for you. We understand that the can gets kicked down the road when it comes to estate planning. It tends to be a lower priority issue versus taking care of the kids, running them to soccer, or dealing with the school issues, and we're happy to work around that. One of the problems that we have with clients is that they'll come to us and say, I want to do an estate plan. And they have every reason to do it because they have young children, they're concerned about all the issues that come about in terms of distribution and so on and so forth. We'll sit down, we'll provide a questionnaire form to them, and then we don't hear from our clients. I will confess that this has happened in my household. The shoemaker's children don't have shoes. I've had the unfortunate circumstances of my wife and I having postponed this many times. I'm happy to say that we have one in place now, but it takes a lot of arm twisting because there's all the issues that are involved. And as I like to tell my clients, we put the fun in dysfunction. And I haven't met too many clients that don't have some issue within their family that's causing the tension. I don't like your sister, I didn't like your brother, your parents, oh gosh, no, I mean, they're great folks, but they can't take care of the kids. How am I going to distribute it? I want to give it to them at 25 and 30. No, I want to give it to them at 23 and 27. You know, there are all these discussions because there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. And if you haven't made them before, now you're having to make them for the first time, and you're having to really examine your life, your intentions with regard to the kids, and the familial relationships. And anybody who's spent a lot of time over the holidays with family, we know that can cause problems. And that's why things take time. It's not once the decision is made, actually doing the documents and getting them executed, that's, to some extent, that's all our problem. That's the lawyer's problem. Big becomes very easy. It's the decision making that goes into giving us the information that we need to be able to do the documents that takes the time. So that's what really postpones most couples, because they don't want to face those discussions, right? They don't want to face the discussion about the brother or the sister or the parents or those issues, and so they kick the can down the road. So what advice do I have for those parents who just aren't moving forward? Well, my advice is you need to do something, right? You should reach out to your lawyer, to us, and at least try to get things moving forward. And then what we will do is we will act as a facilitator with regards to those conversations. What we'll do is we'll sit down, we'll visit. Myself or any of the other attorneys in the office will be more than happy to visit with the clients. We'll bring you in as many times as possible. We'll also communicate via email. And one of the big things that we really pride ourselves on is that we're not going to talk to you with these highfalutin terms. We're going to talk to you in terms that you'll understand and communicate. We recognize that lawyers tend to make themselves feel somewhat self-important by using legal terms. Well, we don't need to feel self-important. We want to make sure that you understand. And so part of the process is really trying to make sure that it's transparent, that it's easy for you. We have evening hours. We're happy to meet you in any of our locations. We want to make this as easy as possible. We understand it's not always, but as easy as possible so that you'll feel comfortable not only meeting with us, but coming to those decisions that you have to have.